Hi everyone. So it's December, the most awaited holiday season of the year. And there's just 3 more days for Christmas. And have you baked your Christmas cake? If you have not, then you're still not late because here I'm going to share you a very delicious, easy, super rich and super moist Christmas plum cake or a fruit cake, or you could call it a Christmas cake as well. So if you see this, it's very soft, very moist, and can you see the fruits? So if you like a fruit cake, then it should have more fruit rather than having more cake in it, right? So let me first explain how a fruit cake or rich cake should be. So usually this cake is supposed to be dense, more like a dessert texture. It has to be moist and dense and full of flavors. So today I'm going to show you how to make a non-alcoholic version of the Christmas cake, yet you will be able to achieve the exact flavors of a rum cake. And I will show you, while I'm working on the recipe, I will show you how to convert this recipe into an eggless fruitcake as well. So we'll not waste more time. Let's get started. So let me walk you through the ingredients list. I know there's quite a lot of ingredients on the table, but hey, this is a rich cake, so it has to be rich with all the lovely ingredients, right? So first of all, we need fruits. I have taken 900 grams of mixed fruits from sultanas, black raisin, and add it in your cake as well. I personally prefer a chunk of fruits in my cake, especially when I bite into the cake. I like to bite into a piece of cherry, a piece of ginger. It blends very well in your mouth. So here I have the apple juice. I'm pouring it over my fruits. So I used 1 cup of apple juice, but I feel it's not enough because the fruits have to be covered with the juice or the rum that we'll be using. So if you like this cake to be made with rum, the alcoholic version, then you take the same amount of rum and you pour it all the fruits get hydrated. So when it's boiling, it absorbs all the moisture, like it's swollen because it has absorbed all the moisture, right? But it's not there yet. So let's keep boiling this. At this point, you can add your mixed fruit jam or the apricot jam to the mixture. You can also add the orange and the lemon zest to the fruits. Carefully mix the fruits so that it will not get mashed. I'm getting a lovely fragrance from the zest. So now if you see, the fruits have absorbed all the moisture, the juices that we added to the mixture. So take it off the stove and you leave it to cool down a little bit. So now let's get into the second step. Here we are going to make a sauce with the butter, oil, the brown sugar and the molasses. So just add all the ingredients together and bring it to a boil or until all the ingredients get mixed well. Now don't leave it on the stove and go do something. That's going to burn. So just keep an eye, and once the butter and oil gets mixed, then you add the brown sugar to the butter. Again, don't leave the pot unattended. I burned this sauce twice. It was crazy. So once this mixture is all mixed up well, then we add the molasses to this caramel sauce. So the molasses gives the dark color and a unique bittersweet taste to the cake. So I prefer the molasses being added to the fruit cake because it actually elevates the flavors. It enhances the flavor well. So if you do not have the date molasses, you can use jaggery or any other molasses except for pomegranate. Once the molasses is added to the sauce, don't heat it too long. So if you get this consistency, then you're good to go. Ginger powder, please feel free to add them. And here I'm going to add some salt. I'm also adding some allspice to this mixture. If you don't have allspice, then that's totally fine. Here I'm using baking powder. If you're making an eggless cake, then make sure to add some baking soda as well. The quantity for the baking soda will be mentioned in the description below. Now let's sieve all the ingredients together. So after 2 hours, my fruits are cold enough to mix in the eggs. So here I have taken 3 eggs, beat it lightly with a fork, and if you're making an eggless cake, then you take condensed milk to the same quantity all the eggs at once and give it a good mix with your wooden spoon. The beauty of this recipe is there's no such thing as over mixing or under mixing. So you just take your time and you can just enjoy mixing this cake. Now that the eggs are mixed well, you can add in the cashew nuts. So here I have taken some chopped cashew nuts. I'm going to add it directly to the fruit mixture. So if you notice, I did not add the nuts with the fruits to soak, because if the nuts absorb the moisture, it's going to be heavy on the cake batter and all the nuts will sink inside the batter and it's going to bake only at the bottom. So to avoid it, I'm going to add it at the end. And also I don't want the nuts to lose its crunch, because the nuts are the only ingredient in this cake which gives the crunch. Add the flour into my mixture all at once. Moisture is enough, but leave it for some time because the flour is going to absorb the moisture. So just leave it for 2-3 minutes and you will see it has got thickened up. At the moment this is the right consistency, but after 2 minutes just check your batter. If it has soaked more moisture and if it has got more thicker, then you will have to add more apple juice into this mixture. So this is the consistency you should achieve. So now let's prepare our baking pan. If you see here, I have used 2 parchment papers at the bottom and I have used a parchment paper around the cake pan as well. So if you see, the parchment paper above is above the cake pan. So that's going to protect the cake from burning on the top. So this is a simple tip when you're making any type of fruit cakes. So now I'm going to equally share the cake batter into 3 6-inch round cake pans. So now if you see on the top, you can see all the cashew nuts floating because it has not soaked up much moisture. So it looks beautiful on the top. So here's my electric oven. I prefer using an electric oven for baking fruit cakes because you can control the heat well. So I have put my middle rack and then I have put the fan on and my heat is on 140, and I have put top and bottom mark on, and I'm going to bake it for 50 minutes, or maybe it can even go up to 75 minutes. So let me check. It took me around 75 minutes and I'm going to check the cake. So I pricked a toothpick in and it came out clean. So this is the time to take the cakes out and leave it in the pan until it cools down completely. While my cake is still warm, I'm going to brush some jam over the top of the cake. The layer of jam is going to protect the cake from drying, so don't miss out on this step. You can either use jam, or if you're going to make a alcohol based cake, you can apply some rum over the cake. So I left my cake overnight to cool down, and here I'm going to unmold it. Oh my god, this is going to be so good. I can smell each and every essence individually. I can get the smell of the almond and the fruits. Oh god, this is heaven on earth. So here we go. This is how beautiful my cake turned out. It's extremely moist and I can see all the fruits. Look at the bottom. Isn't this so beautiful? Oh my god, it's so soft and it's so nice. It's still sticky. It looks like a rock, but it's still moist and sticky. So here we go. This is so gorgeous. I just sliced the cake, and while I'm slicing, the aroma of the fruits are just driving me crazy. Oh my god, I think this is the best recipe I found. In fact, here I have mixed 3 recipes together to achieve this perfect Christmas cake. So hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did. I was just counting days to post this recipe so that all my lovely followers will have a beautiful Christmas with this beautiful, yummy, delicious Christmas cake. So till we meet again with yet another interesting recipe, I would love to wish all my beautiful followers a Merry Christmas and a Happy 2021.